To give you a tour of my semi-new laundry room, okay? So over the summer I was still pregnant and I was nesting on steroids. So this was one of the projects we took on. For the many years that I actually lived here, there was no floor in the laundry room because it is off an addition, which is now my daughter's room, that used to be a garage. So there was like literally no flooring. So we had the Pergo laminate flooring put in by Home Depot. And I kept my existing appliances, my washer and dryer, which the dryer actually came with the house. And then when I got a new washer, probably about 5 years ago, so that's why I said semi new. It's the existing appliances. My dryer was like all rusted on the top just from so many years of using it. I've lived in this house for nearly 12 years, 11 years. So it was like rusted on the top. So my husband took the spray gun and he sprayed it just to give it somewhat of a new look. So back here, it are ugly, ugly plugs that I did not want to see once we got the laundry room done. So I went to my favorite store, which was Goodwill, and I found like these curtains, and I had this idea to make something to cover all of those ugly cords and outlets behind the washer and dryer. So I just took a old curtain rod that was hanging in my daughter's room, and I took these curtains and I hung it here to hide all of the ugly things that I did not want to see back there. I've seen people on Pinterest build like an existing wall, or a new wall, I should say, in front of all of the outlets and plugs, but I don't have that skill. So I just went to Goodwill and I got those curtains, which cost me $2.99. So if I do a tour of my house, you're gonna see these hanging up. They're not even meant to hang. These are actually belong, I think, in like kitchen drawers. But I repurpose them for so many different things in my house. There's a store in my neighborhood or my town or county called the Restore, and they have so many different things. So I got these for $1. So I'm using this rack to hang things that I don't want to dry. So there's some hangers there. So there were no shelves in the laundry room before. So what we did is we went to Lowe's and we purchased one big slab of this shelving, and we had them cut it. And the one big slab of those shelvings cost me like $19.99, and they cut it in the store for free. And then the brackets were like $1.99 or something like that from Lowe's. And I already had some of those in the shed from another project that we did. So I had them cut the shelves, of course, after measuring to fit the space in here. So I have some shelves to keep all of my supplies in. I have these two baskets, which came in a set of 3, which are also used. I actually purchased those from Facebook Marketplace from someone who was selling them. And just inside of these, I am keeping like my reusable shopping bags in here. And a Pinterest hack is just to take like an old Clorox wipe or wipe container to keep inside your plastic bags so they're not like all over the place. So I keep my reusable shopping bags in this one. And I just keep that on the shelf in here so I can grab those when I need them. And then in this one, this basket are just my cleaning supplies. And many of these are on their last leg because I'm actually in the process of converting to like all natural cleaning products. So there's not much left inside of those. So if you have some suggestions of all natural cleaning or laundry products that my family can begin to use, put it in the comments. One that we're trying out right now is the Myers, which it's okay. I like the smell of it. So we actually brought 3 different kinds, which my family is gonna vote on the one we like the best. So in that basket, I keep all of my laundry and some cleaning supplies in there. So on this shelf, I have, of course, my baby detergent, which my daughter did like a homeschool project, and we figured out what would be the most cost effective for baby detergent that we wanted to use, and that's the one we selected. These little glass bottles, this glass bottle here used to be my grandpa's. This radio used to be my grandpa's, so I needed a new home for it, so I just decided to put it in my laundry room. The radio actually works. It only gets one station, which it tunes to 560 AM, which I like to listen to a lot of the shows there. So those just things are just memorabilia, just remind me of my grandpa. So I kind of have those sitting here just to have some place to put them in. I think they look cute. So inside of the jars, these jars right here, these 2 with the white lids, are just repurposed food jars that I just took or washed when I was done using the products. And I spray painted the lids white. So inside of that little one, that was an olive jar. There's like some stain treatment stuff in there. And then the one behind it, I have some clothespins that I use to hang up stuff on the little rack here. And inside of the other container, which this isn't the container I really want, but it's doing for now, is the laundry detergent that we're using for our clothes. It's just easier for me to put it in there because it's heavy to bring the big thing of laundry detergent down. Every time I have to use it, plop it down on the washer and put it back up. So I just put it in there. It's easier for me to pour. So up top here, I have 2, these are just flower pots that I repurposed. One of them says keep the change, because you know how you always find like coins and dollar bills and stuff inside the laundry. So that's where I'm keeping all of the money that I find in pockets or rumbling around the washer. I just throw it in there. And then I have a plant, some greenery, which anybody who knows me knows that I'm not really good at growing things. But this is actually doing okay because it's starting to sprout more. Thank you to my friend Karen for telling me which types of plants to buy to survive. So on this particular, I'll bring it down so you can read it. On this particular plant, I put a scripture. It says, "Teach us to realize the brevity of life so that we can grow in wisdom." So that's just something that I put on there just as a reminder for me, really, because I doubt that my husband or my daughter reads this when they come in the laundry room, let's be honest. So that's really, for me, a scripture that I like. Back there is a glass container that I had. I literally went shopping in my shed for projects in my house. I had that glass container back behind the plant in the change jar in my shed, and I just put clothespins that I have rumbling around. This wall decor, I should say, I actually purchased on Facebook Marketplace from someone who was selling it for $10, and it was practically new. And I looked at the price tag on the back of it, and it cost like $29.99 from like Home Goods. So it's a win for me. So I actually believe in finding things that I love, but also not paying full price for them. So I think I actually succeeded. So it didn't really cost us much of anything to redo the laundry room or to make it pretty, because it was really an eyesore and I hated coming in here. So I no longer have like this anxiety about coming into the laundry room anymore, because the space is a lot prettier than it was before. There's an actual floor inside of the laundry room now. I got this rug from HomeSense, which is new to our area. So now I have a deliberate space for everything. Everything has a home. There's nothing like laying around here. Up top for stuff that needs to dry or shoes that need to dry, I can just put them up on that shelf up there. So everything is organized, nice and pretty, and a lot better than it was before. Trust me. It really didn't take us much money to redo this. I believe a lot of the stuff in here was used, as I just saw, or I recycled it, or I went shopping in my shed to repurpose things that just have been sitting there. And I put in things that I actually love, that I had hanging out. And it makes me super duper happy to have things that used to belong to my grandfather, who passed away, now having a deliberate home and space for me to look at every now and then when I'm in here and just remember his presence. So if you have, again, any suggestions for all natural cleaners and laundry detergents that my family can use, let me know. If you have any questions about how I did any of these projects, or where I purchased something, just drop it down in the comments for me. And do me a favor and like the video. And don't forget to subscribe. And thank you to my husband, who put out with me while I was nesting on steroids this summer with all these 50 million projects. And thank you for my pancake, my daughter volunteering to paint. As you saw in the video before this, the poses were super duper cute. So until next time, thank you for watching another one of my YouTube videos. Love you guys. Bye-bye.